I'm always telling you how I went from one spot to the next spot. And that was it right there. Listen to me, catch the first principle. You gotta hear it. You can't make a difference until you make a decision. So you're running out of time. You don't know how much time you have. You keep telling yourself you got time and watch what happens. Now, you gotta get what I'm telling you. Being average is dangerous. Being average is hazardous. Do you know how many young people right now, you average? You ain't gotta rely on nobody to get off average but you. I don't care what nobody else in your family is doing. I don't care what your teacher doing. I don't care what's going on in your school, what kind of school you have, what kind of job you have. Just because the people are average around you don't mean you gotta be average. And you have the power to be great. Listen to me, you deserve to be great. It's in you, you capable of it. So my homeboy just got his law degree. He said, E.T., it was spooky because 2 weeks after I got my law degree, my grandfather passed. You not hearing me? If my man would have waited one more year to get his degree, one more year, his grandfather, who was there for him when he was a kid, his grandfather who poured into him, his grandfather who invested in him, would have never seen his grandson graduate with his law degree. Are you listening to me? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. My man told his grandfather, I'm graduating, and 2 weeks later, even before he literally marked, his grandfather passed. Who's gonna pass in your life because you average? Who's not gonna see you blow up? Who's not gonna see you accomplish your goals? Who's not gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor with you? Who put in why? Because you average. And one day you're gonna be great, but you think you got time. You think you got time. AET 3 years from now, 5 years from now. I'm telling you, you deserve to be great now. And not only do you deserve to be great, there's some people in your life. This is a mentality. Like, you gotta live this. You gotta eat this. You got every single thing you do. It's a mentality. Okay, so what do I mean? Because I gotta get you to go from behavior to mentality, because I told you before, I've studied great people, millionaires and billionaires and people who succeed in what they do, and I realized that the difference is it's not a behavior. It's not something that they do. It's not something that they get to when they want to. It's not a feeling. Some of y'all, for real, you still on feelings. When you feel like doing it, you do it. When you don't feel like doing it, you don't. And so for you, it's a feeling, right? It's a feeling. For them, it's a mentality, it's a way of life. It's what they eat, it's what they sleep, it's what they drink, it's who they are. It possesses them. It is a way of life. It's got to possess everything you do. It's got to own you. You understand what I'm telling you? Number two, listen to me very closely. When you get to this point, you don't count the cost. And so what I'm telling you is that you can't count the cost. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost, because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might quit, you might give up. So you gotta go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many push-ups as it takes, as many sit-ups as it takes, as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. Why? Because if I start counting the cost, I might quit, I might give up, I might surrender. Don't count the cost. You don't count the cost on this one. This one is, listen to me, you don't count how many breaths you take. You don't count it. You get to a point when you don't count it. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna say it again because you gotta catch what I said. You don't count the cost on this one. You don't count the cost on this one. You just do what you gotta do on this one. And then you look back when it's all over and you see the rewards. You look back and you see the accomplishments. You don't count it. You just look back and you see that you succeeded. Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Are you hearing me? Only those who are willing to risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. You gotta decide to be happy. You gotta decide where you wanna live. You gotta decide what you wanna drive. You have to make a decision. So remember what I told you. Forget about your past. The past was the past because of decisions you made in the past. So if you want to make a difference, make a different decision, right? So forget about your past, make the rest of your life the best of your life.